years ago. The competition is tougher. Chelsea Green with a great backstabber taking over as Nikki collapses to the floor. Chelsea, a former United States Women's Champion. She said I still have to refer to her as champ. I thought she said chump. This is the champ. You say that a little bit louder, and I guarantee you're going to have Ms. Niven all over your case. And now Nikki Bella driven into the barricade by Chelsea Green, who has taken over. The secret purpose. We're supposed to be stoic and stuff like that, not laughing and making fun of the opponents. It's a new era of security. Implying that Piper and Albert Fire should be seen and not heard. Well, I thought maybe they went to the Jimmy School of Security. But nothing we can accomplish. And Chelsea Green, down face first goes Nikki for the win. Hook to the leg here and a kick out by Nikki Bella. The Secret Harvest are more than just personal protection for Chelsea Green. They're great motivators. They take care of odds and ends, various tasks. Like what kind of odds and ends? Dry cleaning, driving. You want me to ask Piper if she actually picks up Chelsea's dry cleaning? I think you can go for it. I can't be held responsible for how many teeth you have left at the end of the conversation. You don't brought it up. Just relaying information that's been relayed to me. I want Nikki. I'm a conduit. Take it down again. You're an it. And Chelsea continues to control Nikki Bella here. Nikki chants the WWE fans here in Birmingham, Alabama. Kind of like a press secretary. Wish I had a podium. Maybe I could bring the coal mine out of the warehouse. Can I have your attention, please? Chelsea now with her face bounced off the knee, and Nikki Bella thinking we're going to fight back into this. I hate to be the one to bring up ring rust, but I mentioned earlier just the fact that the competition is so much tougher these days in WWE than the WWE that Nikki Bella left. Again, no disrespect to any of the women of that time period. It's just the fact that the game changes, the game evolves. Yeah, revolution into the evolution. Now Nikki Bella, who's a member of the first ever Evolution main event matchup. And the thing about this, when you're a veteran as celebrated as Nikki Bella is, a WWE Hall of Famer, I would, I'd be willing to bet most of the roster has studied Nikki. Great kick by Nikki, isn't it off? Chelsea kicks at it too. And I think the onus is on Nikki Bella to show the roster something new. Maybe something they haven't studied. Maybe not the greatest hits out of the Nikki Bella playbook. And Nikki's been training. She knows what she's getting into. Now with Chelsea up on her shoulders, Chelsea fighting back. For a neck breaker perhaps. There it is. Chelsea into the cover for the win. Nikki kicks out at two. Piper Niven extremely upset at ringside. Take another look at this. First salute. Ms. Green into the neck breaker on Nikki Bella. Yeah, Chelsea may be getting frustrated after Nikki continually kicks out here. Now, perhaps looking for the prettier to put Nikki away. Nikki, though, face first, Bella Buster. Piper Niven drawing the attention of official Jessica Carr. Look at Alba Filo. Alba driven into the ring post. Piper knocked to the floor. Your eyes on Chelsea. Here it comes again. Roll up by Nikki. Chelsea rolls through. Nikki's got her. And Nikki muscle up Chelsea. Trying to get her up. Chelsea not allowing it to happen. Great attempt to counter to block. Now Nikki's got her up. Is it enough? Down goes Chelsea Green. The cover off the rack attack 2.0. Nikki with the win.
Here is your winner, Nikki Bella.
Now Piper Niven bulldozing through Nikki Bella. It was Nikki who put her hands on the Secret Harvest first. And now the Hall of Famer's going to have to pay the price. They tried to get involved in the matchup, but now the double team to Nikki Bella with that side slam by Piper Niven. The Secret Harvest destroying Nikki here. And a moral victory for Chelsea. Well, maybe no. The Dark Angel of Pamela. bargaining. We want to bargain for our rematch with this gift. Show him, Wallace. Say it with the accent.
For you at a piece to perfectly cut, grain-fed toupees for your bald head, sir.
It's human hair. It's very hard to come by. So when do we get our rematch?
Rematch? You guys didn't give rematches, so you just don't get one. But don't worry, next week we will figure out who the new challengers for the tag team titles are. And yes, you will have an opportunity to earn that. So my doctor's not.
You know what's funny about that is after your little episode earlier, yes, it is funny, I called WWE Medical.
And next week you are scheduled to be reevaluated. But don't worry, if you're not clear and you have a doctor's note that says that, you have nothing to worry about. But if you are medically clear, as fast as I can, I'm going to write a contract for you to defend this Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam against AJ Styles. There's no way a doctor's gonna make me clear. Let's go. Party first now. I'm not even clear. This is crazy. I'm not cleared, AJ. God, please don't let him do this. I'm not cleared, AJ.
You better pay off the doctor, Dom. Well, there's Penta. Can Penta runs the gauntlet? If he does, he has an opportunity against that man, Gunther, for the World Championship at SummerSlam. Gunther's here live.
I'm backstage with Rusev. Rusev, I haven't had a chance to congratulate you. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, you and Sheamus put on one of the hardest hitting matches we've seen in recent memory, and it was you that came out on top. So I guess my question is, where do you hope to go from here?
People call me God. But maybe I'm just a saint killing off Irish snakes. But now the world knows what you know, what I know, what Sheamus already knew, that I'm better than him, tougher than him, and superior to him. That's why he was happy to see me go last.
Easy there, St. Patrick. I'm not here to ambush you. That's not how I do things in my world. I did speak to Pierce, and he saw how you stole our match by crushing my neck in. And guess what? He agrees that you're a dirty, cheap bastard. So guess what? We're having a rematch! You didn't think we were done after that, did you? That little banger was just the appetizer. You have to save room for the main course. It's like you haven't even heard my catchphrase. Let me remind you, it goes like this way. Banger. After banger. After banger. After banger. After banger. I came to dominate gold. Not gingers.
If Sheamus wants to run that back and produce another banger, sign me up. That was one of the most fun matches to watch. Couldn't have paid me enough to get involved. I cannot believe that it's 2 weeks from Saturday, the start of a historic weekend, an epic two-night SummerSlam at Life Stadium in New Jersey. The undisputed WWE Championship is on the line as former champion. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, will challenge the greatest of all time, the reigning champion, John Cena. We heard the news from Adam Pearce earlier tonight. The women's world title will be on the line in a triple threat match. Naomi, the brand new champion, defends against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky at SummerSlam. And we know the man, Becky Lynch, looking forward to defending her women's Intercontinental Championship. Well, earlier tonight, it was Lyra Valkyria who outlasted Bayley in a 2 out of 3 falls matchup to earn that right. Lyra Lynch at SummerSlam. WWE Women's Championship will be on the line. Tiffany Stratton, fresh off a win over Trish Stratus, will take on the Queen of the Ring, Jade Cargill. They battle for the Women's Championship, the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam. And after a wild turn of events this past Saturday at Saturday night's main event, how is this for tag team action as the Viper, Randy Orton, joins forces with recording superstar Jelly Roll to battle Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Let's show you how this came about this past Saturday night. Saturday night's main event on NBC. Jelly Roll in the corner of Randy Orton, Logan Paul in the corner of Drew McIntyre, and it got physical. It absolutely did. celebration for Jelly Roll and Orton would be short-lived, as the Maverick would once again make his presence known at the expense of the Viper. And Jelly Roll then would get involved. Jelly Roll standing right for the Viper Randy Orton, but for Jelly Roll's troubles, a Claymore, courtesy of Drew McIntyre. Well, Jelly Roll has recovered enough, and he is going to be a guest host of Jimmy Kimmel Live Wednesday night. Jelly Roll's special guest, none other than the Viper, Randy Orton. Monday Night Raw is live in Birmingham, Alabama tonight on Netflix and presented by Snickers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, Goldberg!
The main event of Saturday night's main event. The world champion Gunther defending the title against the icon Goldberg in Goldberg's final match. What a match it was. All due respect to the Hall of Famer, an unforgettable night for Goldberg, but the ring general proved to be who he says he is. The absolute best professional wrestler on the planet Earth. And he will defend the World Heavyweight Championship 2 weeks from Saturday in the epic two-night event SummerSlam against the winner of the upcoming gauntlet match. Well, I don't get the issue because I am in a great mood today. Because past Saturday night's main event, der General Gunther, retired Bill Goldberg. Well, I know you guys down here are not the brightest, but once again for you, Bill Goldberg is not here tonight. He's not coming. Because I held every promise that I made before that match. I bullied him, I humiliated him, I pushed him around, I blew him up, I choked him out, and I ended the myth of Bill Goldberg. But there's only one question to raise right now. Who's next? Who's next for the General? Well, don't worry, guys, because we're going to have an answer soon. Because in the next moments, I'm going to take a seat at a nice suite up there, and 5 of the finest competitors in WWE today are going to compete for my amusement. And to identify who's going to be the official challenger for the General at SummerSlam.
The winner of that match, I really don't care. Because for me, when that bell rings, they're all the same. It could perhaps be Braun Breaker, who could be the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight title if he can run the gauntlet tonight. What a showdown this would be. Gunther looks like he would welcome it. Listen, the ring general has never been afraid of a challenge, which no doubt Braun Breaker would pose to the World Heavyweight Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul. That is not Heyman. I'm very aware of what your name is. I made my points, and I'm really not interested in listening to what you have to say. So I'm going to leave now. Stick around a moment, Gunther. This applies to you. Tonight, Braun Breaker runs the gauntlet, becomes #1 contender, goes on to the main event of SummerSlam, where he's going to beat you for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I understand that's no easy task. I saw how you beat Goldberg on Saturday night's main event. But you haven't been speared until you've been speared by Braun Breaker. Let me make this perfectly clear. Braun Breaker is the next big thing. Braun Breaker is the big dog. And this is Braun Breaker's yard. You're not looking at just another contender. He's a Steiner. So you know what that means? He's going to break through every barrier that's put in front of him. He's going to break through the glass ceiling in WWE, and he's going to break your ass at SummerSlam. There's going to be a new World Heavyweight Champion, a long-term World Heavyweight Champion at SummerSlam, and his name is Braun Breaker.
General under any circumstance, but we know Paul Heyman does have a strong history of prognostications coming to fruition.
The following gauntlet match will determine the #1
SummerSlam draw earlier today. Who does Breakker start off the gauntlet match against? Live on Netflix. The gauntlet match to determine who faces Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. Could it be Penta? Could it be Braun Breakker? Well, they draw the first two slots in the running of the gauntlet. Tonight's WWE Raw is brought to you by Minute Maid. Bring the juice. Superstars certainly with no shortage of juice to provide tonight. Stakes at an all-time high. The 38th gauntlet match in the long and illustrious history of Monday Night Raw. The first in well over a year. And so much at stake. I'm extremely curious to see what sort of strategy Braun Breakker employs in his gauntlet match. This is a young man who utilizes his explosivity, his power game to his advantage regularly. But how does Braun fare in the endurance department? We haven't really seen Breakker tested in a long-term match like tonight could be. Great point. Braun Breakker, who beat Sami Zayn last week, put him on the injured list, trying to earn his first world title opportunity here on Monday Night Raw. Last year, of course, in SummerSlam, Braun Breakker won his first championship here, the Intercontinental title. Hopes to get to another title match this year as Penta starts things off against Braun Breakker. Probably a wise decision here by Penta. Yeah, you want to grab the upper hand against Braun Breakker by any means necessary. Smart strategy by Penta. But again, I'm curious to see what sort of strategy is employed by Penta, who loves to push the pace. But let's be realistic. The sort of pace that benefits Penta is not sustainable in a gauntlet match. And the power of Breakker. I think for both of these guys, the answer is to try to get through this first ball as quickly as possible. Whether it be a quick flash pin, a knockout shot, whatever it is, you want to get out of here as fast as possible and see who's next. Do you think that the injury to Seth Rollins, and again, we don't know the severity of it yet, do you think that injury is weighing on the mind of Braun Breakker at all as he heads into this gauntlet match? Absolutely not. You heard Paul Heyman earlier, it's too quick to provide any sort of detail. But what Heyman holds in his hands is a guarantee. It is a surefire thing. The Money in the Bank contract belongs to Rollins until next June. I think Heyman said, Braun, the chance is yours. SummerSlam is yours for the taking. And that's all Breakker's focused on. You have a Penta wants to head into his first SummerSlam with a championship opportunity. Cross body by Penta. Penta first on the scene in spectacular fashion here in WWE. World travel superstar. Dreamt of making his presence known on the grandest stage. That is WWE, and Penta is absolutely not disappointed. There's that breakneck speed. We talk about it all the time. 23 miles per hour. Braun Breakker hits the ropes. That's akin to being run over by a Mack truck in the center of the ring. And the other thing I've noticed about Breakker as of late, especially after joining Heyman and company, is the confidence. The confidence is just growing. And Penta now gonna fly up over the top. Down goes Breakker. Penta in control. Fear. Well, the frightening thing for Penta is Breakker is starting to let loose. You heard Heyman barking orders just a few moments ago, and Braun Breakker, and I'm telling you, Breakker's crazy. Like I said it before, he's gonna screw loose. He enjoys this. Well, you're not gonna get any disagreement from me, man. He's the son of a dog-faced gremlin. Oh my God! You don't earn that sort of nickname by utilizing your brain cells. Oh, rest! Slam onto the steps. Just a few feet away from us, the Oracle grinning from ear to ear. Paul Heyman can already taste SummerSlam. How many nicknames can a guy have in his career? How many dollars can a man have in his bank account, Cole? It's endless. But being great in this business, Heyman's already a Hall of Famer. Now he's just padding his resume and his bank account. And now Breakker has slowed the pace down to the way he likes it. Breaker prefers this methodical pace in these instances, knowing full well that in the blink of an eye, he can flip that switch. He can explode out of the gates and through an opponent, turn Penta's lights out, cut somebody clean in half with one of those spears. Right now, Breaker, suplex, floats into the cover. And now Breaker going to do push-ups. Now this is an issue, however. He should have taken the opportunity to beat Penta there. I might agree with you more often than not, but this is Braun Breaker we're talking about. As we've learned in his short tenure in WWE, Breaker has broken all of the molds. He has defied all of the odds. We have never seen a superstar quite like Braun Breaker before. No, I agree. He's got everything. He's really a fine player. Checks off every single box. And now under the tutelage of Heyman and Rollins, God knows what the future holds for Breaker. Desperate Penta dragging Breaker's neck across the top rope, and what a throw by Breaker with ease! And that's disheartening for an opponent. Cover. Penta kicks it too. When you're someone as world-traveled and successful as Penta, you are throwing the best you have as we take a look at the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther enjoying this gauntlet match from his skybox. But when you're Penta and you're hitting Braun Breaker with some of your best shots, and Breaker just eats them and smiles and keeps moving forward, that will crush the soul of a competitor. Now Penta trying to fight back. A lot of guts in this young man as we've learned. And another throw by Breaker. He's tossing Penta around like he's a child. Penta is the personification of Zero Miedo, zero fear. But look at he's manhandling him, Corey. I agree. I think Penta's best bet in this circumstance is to try to take to the sky and he tap out. Hey, maybe. That's the next best thing. And things about to go from bad to worse. Breaker. Check by Penta. And Penta looking to rally. Went to the knee. Smart move by Penta. Swing blade. Face first goes Braun Breaker. Enziguri in the corner rocks the brain of Breaker. Right to the chest. Drive all the wind out of the lungs of Braun Breaker. In a gauntlet matchup where exhaustion is almost always a factor. Oh, man! You need your full lung capacity to advance in the gauntlet match. Breaker kicks it too. And the world champion, Gunther, looks on. He's impressed. What have you ever known Gunther to be impressed by any other superstars? We look yet again at the offense of Penta, that backstabber. Impressive to us, impressive to the WWE Universe, just not to Gunther. And Breaker up with a knee, an explosive knee, the sudden impact of Braun Breaker. Got Penta right under the chin, but Penta able to fight his way out. Yeah, Penta not giving up. Looked like he was going to go for the Penta driver there. Breaker was able to counter. Springboard! Oh my God! Springboard and a spear! Just run it half!
Penta has been eliminated.
When you can impress the icon Goldberg with the way you deliver a spear, it's saying something. Unfortunately for Braun Breaker, I guarantee you, this megastar ain't impressed. That is why it was not the luck of the draw for Braun Breaker. He's got to go from start to finish to win this entire gauntlet match. And now a man who has a major issue with Rollins and company, L.A. Knight. We heard from L.A. Knight by his own admission earlier. He is not 100% after his grueling battle with Rollins in Saturday night's main event. But L.A. Knight's going to have to figure out a way to rally if he wants any chance of getting past Breaker. Yeah, the win over Rollins in Saturday night's main event. He's never competed, L.A. Knight, for the World Heavyweight Championship that Gunther has. That's an opportunity if he wins the gauntlet. Well, it's a gauntlet match. It can't hurt to have that little something extra. Oh, it explodes out with a clothesline. L.A. Knight is not going to be intimidated by a man like Breaker. Blocked by Breaker. Look at the power. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shoulder up. Knight so explosive. L.A.